and the monkeypox globally and in our region. In our region, which is the Western Pacific region, in 2022 to 8th of September 2024, 13 countries now are recording cases of mpox or monkeypox. China being the highest, where 2,582 cases. Second, Australia, 643 cases. Japan, 248 cases. Vietnam, 203. Republic of Korea, 168. Singapore, 65. New Zealand, 53 cases. Philippines, 17 cases. Cambodia, 13 cases. Malaysia, 9 cases in 2023. In Laos, 2023, 1 case. Guam and New Caledonia, 2022, or the 1 case each as well. From latest data from the 2nd to 8th September 2024, 5 countries have recorded cases. 1, Australia, 35 cases. Republic of Korea, 2. Singapore, 1 case. Hong Kong, 3 cases. And Philippines, reporting 6 cases. Low news media no more and not in the WHO channel. The Solomon Islands classified under the moderate risk category as other countries in the Pacific region with no cases of monkeypox or mpox. Mr. Speaker, mpox is a viral illness where caused by the monkeypox virus, a species of the genus orthopox virus, and what the common symptoms below him now, and I think I would just explain so that public's aware too. 1, skin rash or mucosal lesions where osem blisters time kasemiumi. Also associated with fever and head sore, and also muscle pain, and also associated with bite pain. And one of the characteristics now, or the lymph nodes where the stapler here, swelling. These symptoms, Mr. Speaker, last for 2 to 3 weeks. Low transmission, low this virus and pox, spread through skin to skin physical contact with an infectious person, or sometimes touching, kissing, or sexual contact. Sick patient seeking very close to a non-sick patient and contact with contaminated materials or some serum caleco or towels, you have taken to this monkeypox virus. And finally, maybe there are some evidences say that time woman born in Pekin, this virus transmit to through what I call medical vertical transmission. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Health and Medical Services is in the process of finalizing a mpox or monkeypox preparedness and response plan with standard operating procedures in the technical areas where me mentioned earlier. The objectives of this preparedness, Mr. Speaker, and the response plan, first, for early detection and containment of mpox cases. Second, to prevent local transmission through civilians, contact tracing of people linked to mpox cases, case management, and community awareness. 3, strengthen and management of the potential cases. So, cases where we suspecting or the this virus, this monkeypox, by management by a little bit strengthened compared to other diseases that carry similar symptoms. Number 4, encourage collaboration and engagement of involved agencies to support public health measures. And this soon-to-be draft plan, it will be divided into 2 activity components. of implementation. One fala, first, immediate activities, where it would be occurring 0 to 6 months of activating that plan, and second, to long-term activities, which are occurring between 3 to 12 months. The implementation of the Mpox preparedness and response plan that will cover immediate activities in the technical areas of 1, surveillance, case investigation and contact tracing, laboratory capacity enhancement, infection prevention and control, risk communication and community engagement, and for all long-term activities covering the areas of number 1, case management and healthcare-based infection prevention and control. Second, public health and social measures and access to countermeasures. Number 4, justification for prioritizing activities based on regional context. And 5th, monitoring and evaluation. Mr. Speaker, in the occasion of an Mpox or Monkeypox outbreak in the country, my ministry, the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, will activate the National Health Emergency Operational Center and the Ministry of Health and Medical Services Technical Working Group to coordinate both operations and oversight of technical areas and following capacity to be implemented, including, number 1, civilians. Civilians by also including the laboratory testing for ruling out the cases of monkeypox and also investigations for the suspected cases by me also been done. Risk communication and community engagement measures at point of entry and also clinical case management. Civilians and case investigation policy objective will be for early detection to stop transmission and provide optimal care. Mr. Speaker, in the Solomon Islands, the Ministry of Health, together with partners, particularly WHO, are previewing the challenges due to, number 1, differential diagnosis. Monkeypox, hemi sabe come with them the presentations that hemi similar or some chickenpox as well. Chickenpox and monkeypox to well similar, but the virus that causes these diseases are different. And so it is quite challenging to differentiate clinically on these diseases. And also what the atypical presentation where presentation of monkeypox that might arrive, might different from other countries, to which that's one of the challenges. And also monkeypox that come to country where heminogarem symptoms, the common one and the obvious one is the rash, skin rash. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, difficulties in collecting key information during investigation, including suspected mode of transmission. Practically, time you work at a clinic, and I was myself working during the COVID-19, for you ask him now where patient come, and really difficult. Yeah, and also time me like trace him and investigate him or the travel histories. Usually people no sabe talk good tulo or the kind osen. And also time me ask him medical history or the people blow me no sabe tell them. So it's very difficult if time you stay in a clinic and try for investigating if there is any suspected case of monkey virus. It will be a challenge for the clinicians. Another one to contact identification, where it's who know you contact him the previous days and previous months and also and really one of the challenge low clinical level. Nevertheless, Mr. Speaker, the current key consideration in civilians and outbreak investigation preparedness, one is to engage frontline workers, including primary care clinics, emergency departments, and also in our infectious disease clinics. Number 2, raise clinical suspicion of Mpox or monkeypox virus based on travel or contact history by also Mifala Luk Lohem, and more focus on the high-risk population. Thirdly, report immediately suspected cases to public health authorities. And if you survey or if mifala declare if there is a monkeypox outbreak, hembarawa important you me people solo save slow too much for report to ya kaili migarem sonfala attitude hemorrhage no so I urge the public, if you have seen symptoms around, it is very important that you take a prompt reporting. You must report him come now. Look at the authorities concerned. And fourthly, Mr. Speaker, we will identify, notify, and monitor all the contacts below the cases where we have suspect within the 21 days. In regard to laboratory investigation and testing, all individual meeting the suspected or probable case definition should be offered testing. Access to reagents will be through WHO procurement mechanisms through the WHO reference laboratories. The medical laboratory in Solomon Islands has established the testing mechanisms for confirmatory purposes and is collaborating with the regional reference laboratory, VRDL, in Australia. Mr. Speaker, on risk communication and community engagement, learning from the recent experience and practice during the COVID-19 pandemic, additional measures would be by implementing risk communication and community engagement. There is a WHO or WHO risk communication and community engagement readiness and response toolkit that is made available to member states, which allows for active engagement with the communities, and the WHO website is daily updated with the latest information. Mr. Speaker, on the point of entry, if need be, there is a capacity to implement measures at the point of entry, such as possible referral and isolation of cases, provide travelers with health information and travel health advisories, and strengthen cross-border collaboration through international health regulations, through international health regulations national focal point communications network. Mr. Speaker, on case management, though it can be difficult to present clinical diagnosis, as I alluded earlier, of Mpox common symptoms, fever and rash, and it can look like other infections such as chickenpox, measles, bacterial infection, and other sexually transmitted infection. The goal of clinical management is to care for the rash, lesion, manage pain, and prevent complications, and which obviously we will know the complication is death. A vaccination is currently only recommended in an outbreak setting. On the 17th of August 2024, to improve vaccine availability and maximize public health impact, WHO Director General triggered the process towards emergency use listing for Mpox vaccine, considering the escalating Mpox situation. And on the 13th of September, WHO has announced that MVA vaccine, MVA stands for Modified Vaccinia Andrea, as the first vaccine against Mpox to be added to its pre-qualification list. For the use of Mpox vaccine in country, this will be determined based on the risk level of the country and analysis and planning done with our technical partners such as WHO. This is a capacity to implement appropriate infection prevention and control measures according to the WHO clinical management and infection prevention and control for Mpox or monkeypox at all care facilities and point of entry into our country. With this response, Mr. Speaker, I thank the opposition leader for raising this question, and I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to respond. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition. Yeah, thank you. Take how long for incubate before you look at the symptom?
Honourable Minister.
2 to 14 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks.
Thank you, Honourable for West Arare.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Minister, for information in your answers, responding to the question. My supplementary question, Mr. Speaker, me listen outlaw. You touch on the operational centers, the point of entry where by hemi save tekem kam tiswala mpox for you me. Me no herem good now. When now by you start in Moketa operational center, because I think, Mr. Speaker, prevention is better than cure. Me herem normal time by you me looking outbreak now before you me activate more something. But me think that there should be a time where point of entry, lo okata plane on our international munda, then lo ships, lo boats, noro, okata points of entry na where possibility of you me and our friends where you me current visitors from okata boat lo Asturias and lo work. You outlining Mr. Minister, hemi barkly now tatalo de finish. So when is this operational centers going to be set up so that you may prevent him? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just to respond to my good friend, the risk, medium, low to medium risk, we are working with the WHO. When they triggered, we activate now system for controlling point of entry.
Thank you. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, this one have no respiratory, so man cough or that kind of something, so spread more wildly. This one man touch or kiss or kind of now. So that transfer him. So what now rate of infection, average rate of infection? If, say, for example, one for case come, but 2 weeks now, but you may not have anything, because incubation period, and I mean, by infect them, other people, is there some kind of a figure, one infection to so many people? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
The actual rate, Mr. Speaker, thank you, the actual rate, or not give him out that, what na infectious rate, no WHO, but the mortality rate, which is 5 to 10%. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I wish to thank the Minister. Another question, Lomilo, for
yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, question number 13, again, Minister of Health. And let me read all same. Can the Minister update the House on the following? A, why the mammogram at the NRH is still not operational? And B, how long has the mammogram been out of service? This is a brand new one, where SEMA and BIMI. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for again giving me this second opportunity to respond to the question number 13. I also want to thank the opposition leader for raising this very important matter on responding to question A, why the mammogram at the National Referral Hospital is still not operational. In 2022, the Ministry of Health and Medical Services and the Solomon Islands Maritime Authority, SEMA, signed an MOU to collaborate in supporting and preventing early diagnosis of breast and cervical cancers. On the 12th of December 2023, the Oncology Unit of the National Referral Hospital took delivery of a mammographic machine from Solomon Islands Maritime Authority, which is SEMA. The mammogram equipment, Mr. Speaker, was more than SBD $1.2 million funded by SEMA under its community engagement program and social responsibility. The delivery of the new mammogram machine by SEMA last year replaced the first gifted First one was the gift team NRH 2014, which unfortunately became non-operational in 2018. The equipment of 2014, if that was the question to get it to, was a gift made possible by the Soroptimist International of Solomon Islands, a women groups, to help raise the status of women. Procurement law equipment law 2014 did not obtain the specifications from that machine, and the supplier was unknown too, whereas SEMA did consultation with the Ministry of Health and Medical Services to obtain the specifics, and then supplier was known. Upon the initial installation of this equipment on the 12th of December 2023, unfortunately could not have the equipment fully functional, as the engineer that came to do the initial installment found out that the protective shield was missing. The second follow-up installment of the missing requirement component, where now protective shield there, by the overseas technician was taken in August 2024. Upon its final stage to formalize the installment in August 2024, the supplier, which is South Australia, of the equipment and the overseas technician further realizing more that one for the crucial part missing more, which is an electronic fault, which could not allow the machine to fully function. The missing part was reordered by the supplier and now sourced. The technicians are expected to return to Honiara to have it installed once their logistical arrangements, including their visas, are in place. Once the parts are received and the technicians are on the ground, Mr. Speaker, the final installment will be executed before the closure of December 2024. Mr. Speaker, responding on questions to question B on how long has the mammogram has out of service. Mammogram installation was on its first day of installation on the 11th of December 2023, when CEO of the Solomon Islands Maritime wanted the handing over to happen on the 12th of December 2023 because he was flying out of the country for his annual leave for a few days after. It will be 9 months and 4 days today since the handing over and when the equipment was out of service since its installment. With the absence of the equipment at current moment, Mr. Speaker, this should not stop our women. This should not stop our women to have their abnormal breast lumps checked or screened for cancer. There is a conventional method to screen for cancer even without a mammogram. Me like for let them or the women below me across the country, that the message for all women there is that if you got an abnormal lump in the breast, please first call a clinic. Me as a practitioner for almost 9 years working in the rural areas, one of the difficulties me experiencing, Mr. Speaker, is that presentation below women, below the clinics below me. And so I urge, number one, our good women there, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed that even there is no functional mammogram, first you have to do himself breast check. Yeah? If you got an abnormal tenderness or abnormal lump that you experiencing, first go to a medical doctor, and there is a scan, that scan, ultrasound. I'm sure they have what they call Byron's classification, where you may have a garum hint, where you got a two type number, Mr. Speaker. One is the benign lump, which is the friendly one, and the other one is a non-friendly one, which is the malignant one. And so you go scan by what they're doing Byron's classification without a mammogram, and then if they suspect there's a malignancy, they will do final needle aspiration. So that's a way to diagnose if you have a breast cancer, Mr. Speaker. And so me like for call again, women, our women across Solomon Islands, that first you have to fight against no say. You must go nearest clinic for doing screening once you have a breast lump. Mr. Speaker, equally important is that the fact there are basic lifestyle changes, lifestyle blaming change, Mr. Speaker. Me like talk about health awareness now. Embarrass change, and to prevent cancer and other NCDs, non-communicable diseases, is a choice. It's a choice of us. And so it is important that if you have high risk in the family that you're having NCD, please stop him smoke. That's a prevention thing. Stop him smoke or tobacco use, Mr. Speaker. Good life stop nowhere. Good life and stop, and I'm pretty sure that all of us, the members of this honorable house, that you will support me, that a good life and stop no more. And please no engage, like one is practicing safe sex, keep a healthy life weight and exercise. Also, Mr. Speaker, me new member of parliament, but time you come here, noodle, megoring, everything now available at our disposal. And so, Mr. Speaker, me like you healthy kakai first time. And stop receiving carcinogenic food sources and illness or some human papillomavirus. The Healthy Promotion Department of the Ministry of Health and its national and international partners are mandated to ensure that these healthy messages are echoed and disseminated to the people and communities across Solomon Islands. And Ms. Stanley, number one, me like for talk about him that cancer, you stop him things where EMSA causes cancer. Cancer says smoking causes cancer, yet we are ignorant, Mr. Speaker. EMSA blow packet finish, yeah? There are three things to avoid or to control for Garemna: diabetes, or having diabetes. Mr. Speaker, three things. Food, which is diet control. Diet location there, Mr. Speaker, need to be improved. And thank you that we got an opportunity for talk about him this time. Diet location need to be improved, Mr. Speaker. There are a lot of diets that a lot of salt. We are having more salt that causes all of these diseases that you were asking this question, opposition leader. True, Speaker. So me like for advising that number one, the choice that we do, and I want to re-emphasize that choices of lifestyle blaming have to change before you may ask for more equipment. And so, Mr. Speaker, number one is exercise. You mean by next time, Mr. Speaker, you arrange me to play soccer a little bit, make me reduce him some healthy lifestyle. Me like to talk healthy more at this time, but Mr. Speaker, sorry for taking that much time. I thank the good opposition leader for asking me this question so that me have doing health awareness. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank you, opposition leader, for your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. You miss some mantu susublim bibig now too, yes, so you mean it this wala Mammogram for go test no. Gusot say this time breast cancer kasimot mantu ye. You mean time me olo susulel beti. Go dulu ko sa mod yanggel mo. So you mean everyone no need him. Very important one is speaker you no lalang because I think you there. Question belum procurements below this one here. Below this whole machine here, equipment here, mammogram here. I mean, you know, even borrow a good brand here, come with him every seal and every kind of part here, no, you know, come on, follow what for forget him. And also one man, mechanic lo truck belum milnar there, and puputum back everything go, me go look, ay, mau go to what now left lo ye, him say, ay, true man, him kanya na, him pusap here also mammogram here. Something come, something no come. Who now procure him or Sima procure him direct? Yeah, I think I'm not problem. I should maybe procure from Barawa or technical people, Blue Valley Ministry, for clarifying. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As you listen to the report, and I think these are things that we experience when machines are donated and not properly look into the specifics before you procure a machine. But now when we want to receive the donations equipment, that's the experience that we have. I think I'm not responding, Mr. Speaker, and I thank you, Opposition Leader.
Thank you, Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I mean, this one I'm highlighting the need for standardizing procurement of equipment, whether I'm donated or second hand something would give me must carry some minimum requirements or standards believe me. So my question is whether we have, it sounds as if we don't, and if we don't, whether some work is being done so that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Opposition Leader. Yes, that's the way forward that we should do. We should have a standardized way of procuring our medical equipment. Thank you. And thank you for your recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable MP, for I think Central Parai first before the East Coast RR.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just in light of the health awareness that the Minister has mentioned, are there plans in place with the Ministry to tackle the rise of the impacts of illicit drugs that are currently on the rise in the Solomons? There are a few people I know that are now suffering the effects of illegal drugs, like methamphetamine and all of that. Is there a plan in place by National Referral Hospital or the Ministry to tackle this? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you, my good friend, for your question. That is why you listen to the debate response to the Governor General. There is the rights to prescribe. Yeah? There will be mechanisms on putting heavy streaks on the rights to prescribe, because accessing those kind of medicines, they are only available if there's prescriptions done. And secondly is if man steal no more. So that's what I'm talking on the leakages. I think that's my response to you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to the Minister for answering the question, and thank you to the Leader of Opposition for posing the questions. I think it's fair to say that all of us here know somebody with cancer that's been fighting cancer, particularly breast cancer. And we got personal stories with people inside the family or friends who have to go through this problem and a challenge in their lives. When it comes to the mammograms, I think in terms of how long has the mammogram been out of service, perhaps it's more than just this 2023. It seems to be this old 1 year where I was donating initially. I just wanted to ask, Noma, has it been that long? I'm a member of the Committee of Health last Parliament too, and we were talking about this. Just wanted to know the actual length of without the services of a mammogram. Is it longer than just 2023? Some way back before then as well. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
The first mammogram was stopped 2018, and the latest one, which is to get it on the question now, me answer later independent.
Thank you, Honourable MP for West Arare.
Speaker, supplementary question. Look at the technicians, Noma. Imi kare mo kata Solomon Island technicians qualified inside law ministry. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. My son, our good member, Leader of Opposition, and there are others that I'm currently talking with the Japanese Embassy to put more technicians in the area of medical technology, because that's a need that we have. So I'm working on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. In support of this fellow question, what now rate of infection of breast cancer do we know? And then what now rate of fatality out of the total? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. For right now, I will not answer you, but I can do it in writing and then I'll put it in a page. Sorry, a little. So.
Thank you, Honourable MP for West Arare.
Thank you, Speaker. Supplementary question, maybe Hemi como lo policy. In terms of the breast cancer, lo clinics me more particularly, okata nes lo dia okata man ya samfala man. male. And so lo custom for preventing if there are signs or get killed by a little bit hesitant or even frightened now. Lo custom for looking nice because hemi male. Anything around him that one for the clinics bring me mask and more nurses female. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. The point that you raised, it's true in the context of Solomon Islands when practicing medicine. Me to practice Yellow Solomon, and those are issues that we experience daily. But there's a law that says the patient's right. Yeah, patient decline because we need to ask whether you like a male patient doing a maleness like doing a physical exam of breast or no more. If the patient declines, then we can do the procedure. Next one is you have to have a female. If you manna practice, you have to have a female nurse colleague must law side before you do the examination. For me, when I practice in my own home, I would say, Logipo, it's usually the nurse. I ask the nurse to do the examination, and when they find abnormalities, and then they will call me, but again, ask the nurse or ask the patient if male doctor like good for doing or no more. But remember, the patient has the right. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable MP for West Arara.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Minister, for answering law Honiara and even law at the provinces, provincial centers. I have no problem with them at the practitioners or at the setup nurses block. But in the clinics in the rural villages, where some of clinic noma male nurse and what problem we start come look at the village. That one now me ask for long. What not in Tino? If for you meet to try for preventive sikia hem kakasi mokat carry lot at states. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. As I said, you take a wakalo medical, you take him out here, and if you breach him out, then you're liable for penalized too. And so me like for Talem, anyone that I'm doing malpractice. Malpractice now, what you try for referral, malpractice or physical examiners has to be reported. For male, we take him out and examine him female. If the female patient say, oh, I'm accepting male for examining him, that's no issue. But once man him that's go, then over now, Mr. Speaker, that one day we need for penalize him and punish him. We have issues with health workforce. Him now me go attend him Lovanua to the conference. We try to come up with a retention idea, which me also highlighting during response to GG, Mr. Speaker. As I said, even globally, we have 10 million workforce less here, 10 million. And of course, Solomon Islands still have that issue. For me, Putumgo Tufala everyone, that's a good idea. We will work on it so that one female, one male. Yeah, law strategy, blow yumi, law the nurses, law rural areas. That's what we want to do. At least per clinic, 2 nurses, and we will take that into account. As in our context, it has to be a female and male. But we would like for posting when they are couples. Yeah, time of the couple and bar were easy for posting what nurses play in rural areas. Yeah, time man hem nurse and woman hem nurse too, Mr. Speaker. I hope I answer your question.
Thank you. And Honorable MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Minister. I understand that there's 2 types of mammograms. One is a screening one and one is a diagnostics. Which ones now you may work with them for taking come this time? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would say both. We want to make early diagnosis. That would be the screening. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. Minister M say, the rules of conduct or oath you will take care now. So time doctor even me feeling susuya when try to find them lump lo hemi. At what point na hemi go beyond I mean, he must hold him, nothing. But we're not lumpy. But this one, he must come out here, Mr. Speaker, because make him get a woman say what time over, then Ogat must report him. No good things say, I think you're right, no, but we're back. A little bit over, but Ogat no sabe, we're not lying. I mean, him doctor, him sabe, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Law physical examination of breast. Mr. Speaker, we encourage our women to do self-check, yeah, over the mornings. And once the rule of tip of a finger is, number one, if you feel any irregularities of any form that you feel abnormal, it's good to be presented to clinic because early diagnosis is very crucial. Now, once we go to clinic and then doctor or nurse, I have to measure him, what na diameter below that for a lump, and then we'll be asking the doctor to sign a scan form or mammogram, but mammogram is usually done by the specialist. So by the time we go scan, by the putum lo what they call Byrad's classification, and lo there by looking whether by him go for definite diagnosis or not. And that is go through fine needle aspiration. Then take him a little bit tissue, and then look them, then confirm him whether it's malignant or benign. And then from there on, then by him go through what na other treatments that him down the line, which is if him malignant and it's indicated for surgery, it will go for surgical procedure. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, thank you. Last supplementary question from the MP for East Arare.
Oh, thank you, Speaker. I think Minister is referring to scan. Is that the CT scan, or can that also detect cancer, or what kind of scan we talk about later? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, Leader of Independent. Scan, ultrasound scan, and not the CT scan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable MP.
Just a quick follow-up, number. So CT scan, just for clearance, no detect breast cancer or any other cancer for that matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Leader of Independent. We follow practice according to protocols, and we follow the protocols. We will have to jump in a CT scan. In the event that have metastasis, which means spread into the distant organs, then of course we will do the CT scan. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I do wish to thank the Honourable Minister for Health. Right man for stable place here now, Mr. Speaker. I think you mean the me. Member Central Gualcana, so good lot something, but I'm never totally before. But Minister Blo North Gualcana now, that's telling me good. So I do wish to thank him. I think there is the need, this whole procurement situation, there is the need to standardize him and get our professionals to technical people to weigh in on those, so we standardize equipments that are being used. This whole role delineation policy, and one for a foundational document for you me with regards to equipment procurements too, so I'm good for you me comply with him and me policy for me for a little bit long time. With that, sir, I do thank the Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Leader. Thank you. Let's move on to our next item of business.
Bills, second reading, the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Minister of Finance and Treasury, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I join the Leader of Opposition and acknowledging the very informative presentation, some of the questions by the Minister of Health. Thank you, and after that, we will have to go to this boring, it is customary that we present the context in which the bill is presented. So I rise, Mr. Speaker, to beg that the 2023 appropriation, supplementary appropriation bill 2024 be now put to the second reading. So this is of course, the second appropriation bill that I present before the Honourable House as the Minister of Finance and Minister responsible for Finance and Treasury. And like I said, it is customary that we present the context in which the bill is presented. I also thank the Public Accounts Committee for the scrutiny of the bill, and they came up with seven recommendations, Mr. Speaker, focusing on the very highly technical accounting issues, Mr. Speaker. For the purpose of this House, Mr. Speaker, we will be voting on heads. It would be really nice if this report come earlier so that the technical people answer these questions, and so we have these answers before the House. But they are operational matters, Mr. Speaker, very highly technical. How we account for the resources that come to the government, Mr. Speaker. So we note these 7 recommendations that have been that are made by the Public Accounts Committee. There are issues, Mr. Speaker, that we will need to respond to. So the bill seeks to regularize expenditure incurred through the contingency warrant and advance warrant approved by the Minister of Finance and Treasury. And so this is also consistent with Section 58 of the Public Financial Management Act 2013, that the Minister of Finance may, in accordance with Section 103(2) of the Constitution, issue a contingency warrants for an urgent and unforeseen need or for a purpose for which no sum has been so appropriated and which cannot be delayed without detrimental effects to the public interest. It is also in line with Section 60 of the Public Financial Management Act 2013 that the Minister of Finance may, by warrant under his hand, authorize the Secretary to make disbursement of monies forming part of the consolidated fund or other funds for the purpose of making an advance, and then this on behalf of a number of grounds, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of and recoverable from other governments, and also on behalf of a government agency where in the opinion of the minister, such advance in the public is in the public interest and will be repaid within 12 months from the date on which it is made. So the economic context in which this bill is presented. So at that time the global growth was estimated at 3.1% in 2023 from 3.5% in 2022 and projected 2.9% in 2024 at that time. These remain well below historical 2000 to 2019 averages of 3.8%, Mr. Speaker. The slow recovery was pronounced in advanced economies, then in emerging markets and developing economies, Mr. Speaker. Growth in emerging markets and developing economies remain constant, attributing to the post-pandemic expansion in China. So global inflation at the time dropped from 6.6% in 2023 from 8.8% in 2022, still above the pre-pandemic 2017-2019 levels of about 3.5%. Core inflation, excluding food and energy, Mr. Speaker, energy prices were also projected to decline, but more gradually. So mid-term growth prospects have weakened since the global financial crisis, especially for emerging markets, and developing economies. However, sir, to overcome the challenges, the structural reform of the right kind at that time became key, sir. High long-term growth can be achieved through a careful sequence of reforms, especially those focused on governance, business regulations, and external sector. On the domestic front, Mr. Speaker, real GDP growth for Solomon Islands was estimated at 2.7% in 2023. This was higher than 2022 estimates of around 3%. The steeper growth in 2023 was mainly driven by strong performance, Mr. Speaker, in the mining sector, as formal gold and nickel exports increased, and stronger than expected growth in the construction sector. So the major contributing growth factors in 2023, the agriculture and the logging sector were slightly increased by 4.2% and 7.2% respectively in 2023, and this was primarily due to an increase in the production of cocoa and crops aligned with the stronger than expected in informal agriculture, as demand for domestic economy increased, which largely offset the decline in the production of palm oil and kernel oil, Mr. Speaker. So the formal agriculture sector was estimated to pick up due to the recovery in both in international and domestic economies. Log outputs at the time showed a positive growth in 2023, but at a lower level, largely driven by the increase in licenses issued, both new and renewed, and resolved disputed areas aligned with the re-entry of logging operations, contributing to an increase in logging activities as log volume increased by 0.3% compared to the same period in 2022. So fishing activities were estimated to contract at that time in 2023 as growth declined by negative 3.4% in 2022. The unaffordable weather pattern at the time, Mr. Speaker, and condition, and movement of fish were contributing to the negative growth. And so the health, public administration, and education sectors were estimated to support the growth positively at the time in 2023, reflecting increasing in donor support, increased allowance, and an allocation for strengthening borders and other expenditures. So at the end of 2023, the annual inflation rate was plus 5.1%. Now, this marks a decrease of 0.3% compared to plus 5.4% in 2022. The annual rate account for a plus 4.3% mainly imported inflation rate, and plus 5.5% domestic inflation, indicating a major decrease of 4.8% and an increase in 1.6% respectively. Mr. Speaker, the inflation for December 23 in Solomon Islands, calculated on a three-month moving average, stood at 3.5%, with imported items experiencing a higher inflation rate of 4.6% compared to domestic items at 3.1%. So quickly to the balance of payments, so the current deficit has slightly improved at the time to around 10% of GDP in 2023 from 11% of GDP in 2022. Increase in primary and secondary income were largely responsible for the improvement of the current account balance in 2023. However, Mr. Speaker, the trade balance slightly improved to around 13% of GDP in 2023 compared to 12% in 2022. And the improvement was due to the recovery of exports, particularly, Mr. Speaker, crude palm oil, minerals, and other small agricultural exports. Foreign reserves, Mr. Speaker, currently equate, well, at that time around 11.8 months, and is still hovering around that level. So we're really safe there, Mr. Speaker, of import cover, and more than sufficient to ensure monetary and exchange rate stability. On physical updates, Mr. Speaker, the 2023 financial year was very challenging, but historical year for the Democratic Coalition Government for Advancement, despite going through the past 3 years of recessions with negative growth. Mr. Speaker, the government recorded an overall deficit of 590.3 million in 2023 fiscal year, from an original planned deficit of $1.5 billion, Mr. Speaker. Taking into account the development financing of 730.8 million, Mr. Speaker, the government recorded a surplus of 104.5 million. Mr. Speaker, total Solomon Islands government revenue collection was 3,184.9 million, or 98% of the total revised estimates of 3,251.7 million. Revenue collection from inland revenue and customs divisions were above revised projections by 893.2 million, except for the non-tax revenue from other ministries was below the projections and continue to be below projections today. Total consolidated expenditure, Mr. Speaker, for 2023 was 4,468.7 million, or 83% of the revised budget of 5,398 million. So the recurrent budget expenditure was 3,056.6 million, or 89%. Donor sector support budget spending was 543.9 million, or 78% of the revised budget of 693.5 million. The development budget spending was 868.2 million, or 70% of the revised budget of 1,235.1 million. Mr. Speaker, to finance the development budget shortfall, the government secured a total of around 730.8 million of general budget support from development partners and domestic borrowings. Now, given the tight fiscal situation, so the government had made critical fiscal decisions to prioritize resources to key government policy priorities towards hosting of the 2023 Pacific Games and preparations for the 2024 joint general elections, while at the same time, Mr. Speaker, continue to deliver key essential services and support towards key economic recovery initiatives. Mr. Speaker, the government fully acknowledged the support rendered by its development partners to support the implementation of government policy priorities and also support the development financing. So the 2023 supplementary budget in more little detail, let me now turn to it. The objectives of this bill says to regularize spending under contingency warrants and advance warrants. These are required under Section 58 and Section 60 of the Public Financial Management Act. The bill calls for an additional $362 million and $15,512, which includes $4,939,308 contingency warrants and $357,076,204 advance warrants for the services in the year ending 31st December 2023. sir, a total sum of $4,939,308 was approved and expedited through contingency warrant funded by the government to provide services to the following areas, Mr. Speaker. One, to strengthen governance and accountability. A total of 0.4 million was approved to carry out timely provincial financial audits in 9 provincial governments for the integrated economic development and community resilient program, as required by the World Bank under the Office of the Auditor General. Secondly, to support the effective operations of the National Parliament, a total of 0.8 million was approved to purchase a standby generator urgently required for the National Parliament Office, Mr. Speaker, ensuring Parliament scheduled sittings are not disrupted in 2023. Third, Mr. Speaker, to improve justice service to the people of Solomon Islands, a total of $3.7 million was approved to meet the cost for carrying out Court of Appeal and Giza and Tikopia court circuits, payments for commissioners to high courts to preside over outstanding cases, costs to attend the Commonwealth Magistrates and Judges Association annual conference by the Chief Justice, and to address increases on staff annual leave, utilities, and other overseas trips and overseas medical treatment for the High Court Judge, Mr. Speaker. On advance warrant expenditure, sir, let me briefly go through the advance warrant. The total sum of advance warrants approved by the Minister of Finance and Treasury was $357,076,204. Budget support funded by various development partners towards the following expenditures or services on behalf of the government. One, support towards the strengthening governance and accountability, a total of $109.9 million. Dollars was approved to support 2024 national general election preparations and support to address a backlog of audits under the Solomon Islands Electoral Commission and Office of the Auditor General. B, Mr. Speaker, support towards education, a total of $6.4 million was approved to support the Oniara High School rehabilitation project. C, support towards improving health services, a total of $19.3 million was approved to support productive and child health, capacitate national health emergency operations, environmental health, x-rays, building for the Helena Goldie maintenance for Buala and Tara Hospital, freight for medical stores, rollout of scabies and isolation ward, rehabilitation and other operational related activities. D, support towards major infrastructure. A total of $221.3 million was approved to meet outstanding High Court decision on the Livers land, support towards building telecommunication towers, building infrastructure for the Pacific Games 2023, and support to Tina Hydro Development Project, Mr. Speaker. Also, $0.245 million was approved to support the establishment and operation of the Climate Financing Resilient Unit under the Ministry of Finance and Treasury. So the funding and financing strategies, the supplementary budget at this House, before this House now, Mr. Speaker, was collectively funded by domestic and direct budget support from our development partners. The details of these sources are included in the explanatory notes in the bill itself. In closing, Mr. Speaker, you will note, sir, that the sole purpose of this bill is to regularize critical and essential services expedited in 2023, such as health, education, and justice. continue to be delivered to the people of Solomon Islands, and also by government policy priorities like the 2023 Pacific Games and preparations for the 2024 national general elections was not disrupted in 2023. So the 2023 financial year was a historical year for the Democratic Coalition Government for Advancement. Despite going through the past years of recession with negative growth, the government was able to return to a positive growth path for the first time since 2020, Mr. Speaker. This was in line with government's key objective to maintain the economy afloat and support economic recovery in the short to medium term. And so the government started with a historic budget deficit of 1.5 billion, Mr. Speaker. However, despite the ongoing fiscal challenges experienced in 2023, the government successfully hosted and delivered one of the best Pacific Games in the history. The government made its commitment with determination, Mr. Speaker, to ensure funding is available, both from our domestic and developing partners, making critical decisions to prioritize resources towards key government policy priorities and support economic recovery initiatives. So while I have the opportunity, let me acknowledge and thank our development partners for the partnership and support rendered towards the implementation of the 2023 budget, and then for their ongoing support in the 2024 and years to come, Mr. Speaker. With that, with those remarks, Mr. Speaker, I commend this bill to the House and beg to move.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable members, the Minister has moved that the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 be now read a second time. And honourable members, I will henceforth invoke Standing Order 67 so that the bill is committed to the Committee of Supply without any question put after the second reading has been proposed. Therefore, I will now proceed immediately to the Committee of Supply to consider the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Bills, Committee of Supply, the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Thank you. We are now in the Committee of Supply. Sorry, we have resolved the House will now resolve into Committee of Supply and will consider the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. Honourable members, we are now in the Committee of Supply to consider the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. May I remind all members that we will consider each head under Standing Order 64.3. It requires that any debate on a head must be confined to the policy of the service for which the money is to be provided. We'll go straight through the schedule of the bill first before we consider its clauses. And we'll begin with the schedule. And the schedule, the first one we go to is Part 1, Contingency Warrants. And the contingency warrants are firstly on the recurrent Head 04, Office of the Auditor General. The question is that the sum of $394,080 for Head 0404 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable Chair of the Public Accounts Committee and MP for Central Honiara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you have made your ruling on the whether or not to open up debate on the second reading. So my question, not just for clarification, in terms of deliberation on this bill, law standing order 67, it refers to standing order 64. And my something normal law standing order 64.3, where me seems to be envisaging a debate may take place on that question. You ruling mark that one too. Just clarification, just for.
Thank you. That's not to do with the what I've just raised on the schedules. But if you look at the application of Standing Order 67, when you go through Standing Order 67, you invoke Standing Order 64, 65, and 66 as it applies to an appropriation. As appropriation and debate on appropriation, we refer to Standing Order 61. And you will see that 67, Standing Order 67 does not make any reference to Standing Order 61, only 63, 64, 65, and 67. Thank you. So we'll start again, please. I was going to put the question. The question is that the sum of $394,080 for head. Sorry, Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Yes, me like ask Honorable Office Auditor General, this for Integrated Economic Development and Community Resilient Program financial statements. What now that one? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Sorry.
Important question, let me ask you.
Thank you. I've made a point. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You must go by this fellow. What the narrations and stuff there, Mr. Chairman, this is funded by World Bank, as it says there. Mountain provide additional fund for Office of the Auditor General, engage in provincial audits to facilitate timely audit of the 9 provincial governments, and this fellow, member of some leader opposition, and the integrated economic development and community resilient program financial statements as prepared by the World Bank. We can go by that, that narration, Mr. Speaker. World Bank can be involved very heavily within provincial governments for improving presentations below the accounts below that, and also sir.
Thank you. Any further questions on that head? Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, just for further clarification. So it's a standard of disclosure or presentation of financial statements, or is it a more structural requirement by the World Bank? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I think there go more detail on this one by myself. I present him. I'm not privy to the information from the Auditor General's office, but I would, I think this is all of those, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any further question? If not, I will put the question. The question is the sum of $394,080 for head 04 stands part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Against say no. I think the ayes have it. Ayes have it. The sum of $394,080 for head 04 stands part of the schedule. Head 12. Next head 12, National Parliament of Solomon Islands. The question is that the sum of $800,000 for head 12 stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Thank you. You follow time generator now, or power cut not time, but no in power here now. You will buy no taking come up yet, or now generator.
No,
you no answer.
Yeah, Honorable Minister.
Well,
Honourable
as
Prime
far as
Minister,
the government is concerned, if presenting this one, the implications of this whole bill is that him expend himself as the income for bless him, no, him regularize him that the expenditure has taken place. That's my understanding of how it is presented here, Mr. Speaker. And I so, Chairman, sorry, if you want to buy me, then buy me no, sir. So.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition. Honourable Prime Minister.
Chairman, is, as the Minister of Finance said, the allocation is there, but I'll check with, yes, I've got some notes here from the Office of Parliament. Some of the funds under this head was used to pay for outstanding 2022 contractual obligations. The residual balance of 500K, 1.3 million required for the purchase. Genset has not been purchased because of the Pacific Games commitment. So the 1.3 for the genset has now been it's being featured in the 2024 budget. So it was not purchased last year, it will be purchased this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Chair PAC and MP for Central Honiara.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this idea has never been expended in 2023. So in fact, it shouldn't be included in this bill because it does not represent spending. So you will find in our recommendation that it should be removed. So I suggest that, we move an amendment that this be removed from the, in terms of standing order. Because, it has already been in the bill and the appropriate place to amend the bill is in the committee. So we could not remove it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So with your permission, maybe we could move an amendment to this bill to remove this because it is not an expenditure in 2023.
Thank you, Honourable Leader. Sorry, Honourable Chair, but let me refer it first to the Honourable Prime Minister. Minister of Finance.
Sorry, yeah. Well, there are lots of very interesting revelations, Mr. Speaker. You mean you mean come for approving? Well, we were supplementing what the heads here, and there remain estimates, Mr. Speaker. Also, whether they expended or no more. Well, Mr. Minister of Finance, Mr. Speaker, me allocating go an estimate of say $800,000 for that particular head. That's all as far as Ministry of Finance is concerned now. How if it is not expended, also it's an estimated MC down there. So.
Thank you. Honourable Chairman, Public Accounts Committee.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, you are projecting a supplementation, but this bill, I'm representing the actual spending in 2023. That's what is presented in this bill. And it comes in two forms as required law constitution, both in 102 and 103 of the Constitution. But it has never been expended in 2022. So I think the appropriate provision that we should pursue this would be Standing Order 65 and 5, so that we can amend it and reduce it. Your officers, Mr. Chairman, will confirm to this too. So what I am saying is that it is not an actual expenditure in 2023, because we cannot go back to 2023 and go past now. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Go back to the nature of supplementary appropriation, Mr. Chairman. This Parliament only 40 million estimates to what heads here. Finish. Whatever done, I'm done in Sarlo, how this operational. These are accounting processes. It's a different matter altogether, Mr. Speaker. What we are parliamentary authorizing with is $800,000 for that particular head for that particular purpose. So you may not do anything wrong with this part. We are voting in a head, an item to a head. It remains an estimate, Mr. Speaker, whether it is expended or not. So.
Thank you. Honourable Chairman of PAC.
Yeah. In this bill here, there are two special provisions that they are using, the warrants, contingency and advance, which are warrants that you authorize him, PS, to actually spend. Our observation on this one is that you have not spent, because these are spending in that particular year that you fail to bring in the supplementary in that particular financial year. So you've exceeded that. That's the difference of this supplementary. These are supplementaries that you somehow, because maybe busy, you were busy, so many activities in 2023, so you not bring come Parliament. So you were using two provisions to use it out of the consolidated fund. And not only the consolidated fund, but you were using the capital account of the provisions where him come out from all the donors here. So you went at great length to describe the GDP and all of that. This bill has never been funded out of the GDP growth and from budget support coming out from outside. So what I'm saying is that the actual spending where you're doing 2023, because you failed to or you missed that financial year, so that's why you are bringing it to the next financial year. Constitution not telling for you to bring it. If this year you fail to bring it, you may go no good night. So what I'm saying to you, the only mistake that you may have made is that to see the actual warrant, whether it was spent. You asked the chairman that Indwell addressed him this time, yeah? It was never spent in 2023. So our observation is that remove him, because it doesn't represent the actual spending in 2023. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Before the...
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Member Central, I'm not convincing me a little bit. So you worry about spending? It was spent. Some asked for this spent. No, this is Mr. Chairman. I must say, yeah? But as I said, they're two different work altogether. You trying to talk about it. This is Parliament, Mr. Speaker. We are voting items and into what the head said immediately. Mr. Speaker. Different matters altogether. If whatever the accounting process is now, you're mixing it with one and work with Parliament. Parliament is not about concern about wanting me to talk about it, Mr. Chairman. I'm Muslim, yeah? I'm Muslim, so Parliament, I'm not breaking any rule and law, anything like that, Mr. Chairman. We are voting something into that particular head. That's what we'll be doing after you vote for this one, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And further to that, perhaps the committee to also note that any amendments to the supplementary is subject to Standing Order 65, and which requires 1 day before,
yes,
which is at table on the floor at 65. Standing Order 65. Thank you.
That's exactly what that's exactly what I was referring to you, that, you know, that we may have to follow 65(5) to deal with this particular item in the appropriation. Now, the minister is referring to the supremacy of Parliament, but understand, Constitution now is the supreme guidance of this House, because this Parliament is a creation of the Constitution, and the Constitution says so. Suppose you not spend him that year, you not bring him in this bill in this form, So, how you want us to notice the amendment? Because it was never spent in 2023. Because the actual spending in 2023.
The committee is now sitting, and therefore any amendments to any provision under Section 65 should have been proposed first before this, so that you take into account.
I have just proposed that to you, that I intend to move a motion to amend this bill.
2 days, a 1 day notice.
Well, you have already been suspending standing orders, you know, every now and then.
I cannot suspend the standing order
with due
for us to
respect.
adjourn until tomorrow to consider this one particular issue.
Well, I will rely on your ruling on this, but I feel that, you know, whatever that you may bring come to this House, you know, has to be in the right way as envisaged in the Constitution. Let us not just bursting into here thinking that the Parliament has the supreme authority. I think the Constitution should rely on him. That's my simple point.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, we really appreciate and Member Central raising some very important point, Mr. Speaker, last time too, sir. And you may argue points now. We're taking a stand. The government is taking a stand. If you go for vote or motions, we'll defeat him. So the only place for go, Mr. Chairman, so we developing constitution. You go to court now. I have no one for go. Go to court. So that you may sort him out or something. We'll encourage him to do that. It's good for the constitution, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Not that I want to throw further spanner in the works, but I think, when we are dealing with budget and supplementaries, we are dealing with estimates. Actual expenditure comes in accounts when the Auditor General has done his work and reports on the national accounts. And only then too we get him backdated and I'm wrong, then we get the report on excess, which we haven't had for many years because Hemi out of date. But in terms of like selling 800,000, it was not expended, but the minute that the warrant is signed by the Minister for CW, he must come. He must come now. So I think, I beg to differ from the chairman of the PAC. As a member of parliament, a legislature, an appropriator, I am interested in all the warrants that are signed. Whether he subsequently spends it or not, he must report come, and this is the manner of reporting, so that you may approve him. If him no report come to him, because him no spend him incomplete information to parliament. So I think that process is perfectly legal. The actual expenditure is a matter for accounts and audit. So my issue with this one is not so much 800,000, good, you may regularize him because minister signed him warrant to finish. Just the explanatory notes no more. The explanatory notes are a little bit misleading because I'm saying for standby Gen say, but no more. You will spend them lower than or something. But that in itself, the explanatory note is not what we're voting for, but it would be helpful if it was more accurate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, noted. Let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $800,000 for head call stands part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. All those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of 800,000 for head 12 now stands part of the schedule. Third head for our consideration, head 29, the National Judiciary. The question is that the sum of $3,745,228 for head 29 stands part of the schedule. As any member wishes to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Sir, thank you, sir. Like for a register normal appreciation, me look him Gizo and Tikopia court circuits. Man, court gogo kasim Tikopia is a rare feat of government reaching to the uttermost parts of our country. So that is very, very good law administration of justice. Question for me is the last line law explanatory notes here, payments for commissioners. How many commissioners now you make Garden High Court? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Justice.
Thank you, Chairman. At the moment we have 4, I guess, because Monkeypox report come in, but few commissioners are there. Yeah.
Thank you, Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. Just pardon my ignorance, Chairman. So commissioner or high court, what no difference between commissioner and a judge? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Chairman. Judges are those that are sitting on the bench. Commissioners are Okata next for going to the bench.
Mount don't know where.
Still to be taken on board. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Leader.
Sorry, pardon my ignorance. So, okay, but I mean, they're making decisions. I assume they're hearing cases and making some judgment and all say.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Chair. That legality, Brother Ton, I will not be able to give you a definite answer now, but I can put you under the pigeonhole when I get legal advice from the legal officers. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Leader.
Maybe Minister Block Provincial Government, Manem Golokotolo, and no might help me below this one. Explaining the distinction. No. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, Provincial Government, Institutional Strengthening.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioners are sometimes appointed for certain specific cases in events where there's shortages of judges. No courts have no understanding of judges, so that appointed it soon as judges, not the usual normal process. That's our best time for you here this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, let me now put the question. The question is that Honorable Leader.
Thank you. So you may amend them, you may prescribe them a number of judges here, but there was an amendment that came last year or the year before. I'm just wondering how many more judges have been appointed now under that fellow amendment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Chair, so far 2.
Thank you. Honorable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, excuse my ignorance more. Law explanation, law Honorable Minister, law provincial government. So the commissioners are appointed for specific cases, yeah? So what time happened time of the case complete? What are finished now? Or? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you for the question. But we don't like misleading too much house. Usually it depends on circumstances, how na court and administrative cases blow. I'm entirely up the court, the judiciary now for making appointments on commissioner. Not necessarily for all commissioners in country, but also outside. But like I said, it's entirely dependent on the courts for making. I will stop there by me, for.
So go back to
Yes, take on law, parameters law, Minister for Justice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If no more question on that, I will put the question. The question is that the sum of $3,745,228 for head, 29 some part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. All those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $3,745,228 for head, 29 now stand part of the schedule. Honourable members, it is proposed, now coming to the contingency warrants, it is proposed that the total recurrent contingency warrant of $4,939,308 for stand part of the schedule, or unless any member wishes to comment on this, I will put the question. This is the total of the contingency warrant of the two heads that we've just considered. Any question on the total? Thank you. If there is none, I will now put the question. The question is that the total recurrent contingency warrants of $4,939,308 as part of the schedule. All those in favor, please say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The total recurrent contingency warrants of $4,939,308 therefore stand part of the schedule. Part 2 of the bill is on advance warrants. Firstly, on the recurrent, Head 01, Head 01, Solomon Islands Electoral Office. The question is that the sum of $109,829,764 for Head 01 stands part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? The details of the head is on page 6 of the bill. Any comments on that head? Thank you, Honourable MP for East Arare.
Thank you. Just on the expenditure note, Chair, page 7, just the clarity on the word towards preparation. Does this mean just towards preparation but not including the actual elections themselves, or is it towards preparation, it also includes that? That's my question. Thanks.
Thank you. Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and let me thank the member for East Arare and the leader of the independent group for this question. But before that, let me thank the chairman and members of the PAC for deliberating on the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 and the report that is before us, including the recommendations therein. Yes, this covers preparations towards the elections, like registration of voters. I understand part of the funding also actually go towards contributing conduct of the elections in terms of logistics that Australia also supported us with. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Emi no sani for emi vote lain, but for helping me no more for understanding the explanatory notes. Well, first line, I say budget support funded the government of Australia. Any word missing lo there, Mr. Chairman? I'm also we may not fund them out Australia. Or? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, it's a simple omission. The word by number missing by the government of Australia.
Thank you. Honourable Chair of PAC.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All of these are all budget support number. So, just for asking more Minister of Finance, why now is it budget support all over number? Can we treat this as ordinary revenue number law, where donor give income pursuant to Section 100 of the Constitution, so that you may not need for advance warrant all the way. They should all be treated as ordinary revenue number. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
We would, Chairman, we would love to do that. Succeeded by this is logged by lost instead of consolidated fund now. I think what the one where we little flags logged too. And we, in saying that, seriously, I don't know where this country would be without the help of our development partners, believe me, so and that's how we give him, I guess, credit to big help to us about the country, but we'd love to do that. So.
Thank you. Honourable Chair of PAC.
Yeah. So, Mr. Chairman, if that is the case, I mean, they've been so generous to give this funding. But would you, as Minister of Finance, think that this budget support should be ordinary revenue number, if you mean Section 100 of the Constitution? There's nothing special about it, so that they come through advance warrant, so that also me free now with a budget support here is ordinary revenue, so that you can have that facility, advance warrant here, more space available. No more small comment number. you can comment on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
We know that, Mr. Chairman, the scenario here is that you may spend first time. Suddenly on the commitment block that bought system along amount of same and to goal program or same you may advance first time from the consolidated fund and the funding first time, and then you may account for it and present in the Parliament the way we present it, Mr. Chairman. But it is part of revenue for funding the budget. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. Just on the explanation, Lord Minister, no more. In this instance, Ogat funds were received prior to the expenditure being incurred. What happens in that situation? If also maybe no need for come back to point, Lord Chairman, no need for you me using two advance warrant now. You should go straight through normal budgetary process because law instance or Chelene received prior to being expended. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
They'll see, but really what actually happened, Mr. Chairman, but then it's the way this the advance warrant provisions is how it is described. How we describe it comes to this bill actually should come long time ago to Parliament. Most of the what the events yet. When I also what's the selling coming say now because present earlier. But the story of that time, Mr. Chairman, when this bill was prepared, was that we are short of some assistance by our development partners with this program, and so we go ahead and exercise the powers under the advance warrant for you withdraw funds straight from the consolidated fund, Mr. Chairman, for effecting this whole expenditure.
Thank you, Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. There is the implication for budgeting and planning is that then when the budget, proper substantive budget is submitted, the estimates may not be accurate. And therefore, in this matter, law elections and clear-cut elections have to happen and so forth. But in other matters, that advance warrant tool here now is being used, funds were received prior, it is likely it was not in the budget or it wasn't budgeted for, it was deliberately under budgeted or what kind of issue here, all of a sudden he crop up, and the discipline that ought to be imposed by the budgetary process on that level of expenditure would be a value of the process you must hold title to him. So where funds are received prior, it is much better than going through normal budget process here. Again, we know, the ministry's got control over it. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable.
We note also maybe the Minister of Development Planning may want to add comment on that.
Thank you, Honourable Minister of Planning and Coordination.
Thank you, Chair. I think there's a point to note that we have financial year that all different from some of our development partners. So, like in our case, you mean January to December, but some fella different, and so that's sometimes in appears. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable MP for his area.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. I think it falls under one of the recommendations too, in terms of recommendation 4. Compliance issues. I think this was supposed to be sequentially coming in a bit earlier, but I think it's one of these issues that is now causing these arguments here because sequence is not quite there. And I think I note as well the taking on board by the minister about the need to comply with bring back into compliance in terms of what. Recommendations blow PAC and come out with them. I think what we're going through now is just a reflection of that non-compliance a little bit, some falla processes, and I think if we stick to those compliance, it might be better. I think the point made by the minister, I think sometimes it might be later in terms of undertaking made by partners, but funding coming later. that sort of thing, and then it comes in through warrants as well. But I think the bottom line, I think it's well spelled out here by the PSC that we need to bring it back to compliance, and I think that's really it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any points, Honourable Minister?
So, those are the comments by the leader of the independent group. Comes to what in Parliament is required to do, you mean comply with the law as to what the Parliament is required to do for, you mean regularizing whatever it is, the accounting processes and whatever like that. But we note the 7 recommendations that are made addressing what very issues that the leader of the independent group have raising, which we will seriously take note of that at the ministerial level, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Let me put the question now. Sorry, Honourable Chair of the Public Accounts Committee.
Last point. Can Minister also confirm to this House whether Electoral Commission and operating the special fund? Can the Minister, do you have any information about that? Thank you. Because if it is a special fund, then budget support like this and should go directly to the NMI. But anyway, I mean, it would be good for the Minister for
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Yeah, the simple answer, no more, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. With that response, let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $109,829,764 for head 01 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $109,829,764 for head 01 now stands part of the schedule. Our next head 04, Office of the Auditor General. The question is that the sum of $27,000 for head 04 stands part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable Chair of the Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you. This is, Mr. Chairman, this is one of the observations that PACM note him as possibly a weak critical issue, but I would be interested just to hear from the Minister Noma what would his comment or recommendation 5 of our PAC report. Recommendation 5, that it seems like, you know, there has been some excesses being expended on this particular one that has not been recorded in 2023. What would be your comment on that particular recommendation? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Page 14.
Mr. Chairman, yes, we were placed in a very awkward position here for one of the report that we tabled this morning, and it would be really nice to read the context in which the recommendations are made. So, as we say, Mr. Chairman, ideally, maybe in matters like this used to happen, Mr. Chairman, is that the Permanent Secretary of the responsible ministry will look at the recommendations here and make a response to all the recommendations here first time before it come. So it formed part of the every documents for Parliament for effectively consider the matter before it. Now, all of these matters, put on the spot like this. We will look at the 7 recommendations, Mr. Chairman. Me through them. They're good one. They're addressing about the operational and accounting issues, law citizens, and how that relates matched come the bills that are presented before before Parliament, and what seems to be suggested by the Accounts Committee is that the bill must must also reflecting the accounting processes and happen. But that's similarly what is happening here, Mr. Chairman. For every bills that come before you may come and vote him, more that what amounts to the heads and also, and the processes is a different matter altogether. So, but I want to. I'll require my officials to answer not only this number 5, but all the recommendations that are made relate to Ministry of Finance, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fair comment. We've noted that. But this BLM come mid last week, so we tried our best, to try to get the report to this house. It's been sitting in your office for a little bit time, I think, Minister, but now I'm not here, so it's finally in here. But I just want to refer you to Section 69B, Standing Order 69(1)B, below Standing Order, the terms of reference of the Public Accounts Committee, one of which is to basically, to establish whether there are, reasonable causes of excesses, and to report to Parliament. So that's basically what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Note that, Mr. Chairman, and for all the more reasons, Mr. Chairman, we need to seriously look at these recommendations that are made, because they are about the operational accounting issues now raised by the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. So we'll be seriously talking about these things. And also, so, but for the purpose of Parliament, you know got a problem. It's at the accounting. The processes, Mr. Chairman, so if the finding is such that yes, there is really excess, if you look at because financial year bringing around from the calendar year, Mr. Chairman, so if there's such an outcome, it has to be appropriately reflected, Mr. Chairman, in the accounts that will be presented to the Public Accounts Committee. By the way, Public Expenditure Committee, but that will be the committee that actually supervises the implementation of the budget, Mr. Chairman. It's a serious committee. The committee will look at the end result, and the committee belong the Public Expenditure Committee actually look at with the budget is implemented every one. So it will be interesting to see the terms of reference below Public Expenditure Committee. What we're doing.
Thank you, Honourable MP for Mr. Arara.
Thank you, Chair. Just to clarify, we are on Head 4, yeah? Or Office of Auditor General?
Correct. Yes. Head 4. Office of the Auditor General. So no further comments. Let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of 27,000 for Head 04 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $27,000 for Head 04 now stand part of the schedule. Head 05, Ministry of Education and Human Resources Development. The question is that the sum of $6,371,913 for Head 05 stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable MP for Central Parai. Then I'll come to you, Central Parai.
Mr. Speaker, Chairman, sorry. Firstly, I would like to declare a conflict of interest in this matter pursuant to Section 78 of the Standing Orders, as I have interest in the company that's been contracted to rebuild this. And then secondly, I'd like to seek the advice of the Chairman of what I should be doing. Should I be excused from this discussion on this particular head, or remain but not vote?
Thank you. You will be given an opportunity, but let's first of all from the ministry, who is responsible for this expenditure. You are, well, not you, but the company you're sitting here as a member of parliament, okay? Not as a businessman responsible for that company that has implementation of this project. So I think we need to have that separated.
No.
You can bring that out elsewhere, but not on the floor of parliament. You can question it as a member of parliament, not under your business interest.
Yeah.
My apologies. Thank you, Minister. Other question? So, okay, let me go on to the MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Chair. I think just to note here in terms of the record that a lot of the discussions that happened previously are for this head in terms of the recommendation of the PAC. Thank you.
Thank you. Noted. The Honourable Minister.
Wait, Mr. Chairman, 7 recommendations to the your face.
Okay. Any comments on that head, on the head 05, on that allocation and the contingency warrant of that amount of $6,371,913? Honourable Chairman of Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you. Yeah, I think all the discussion believe today, but kakabam now this all head meeting say you head 05, but you still 48. But I just want to come back to recommendation 5. Minister is saying that the report just came in. Second sentence, second line of that recommendation, I just want to get what no reaction from Minister on that. That there was no evidence that has been provided to confirm the provisions of funds for the AW requested of that amount. So it would appear to us that there has been some excesses. And the cause of that excess, we don't know. So what would be Minister's reaction? It's a very substantial issue because we've been asking your official to provide that evidence, but no any response from what officials. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Me already gave assurance from me that by immediately look at recommendations, what the chairman last line, recommendations below that, and this is where what the chairman and me the point price income. This indicates that the expenditure incurred would be considered an excess as set out in the Constitution, Section 102(4). The committee urges the ministry to take steps to report the excess to Parliament, Mr. Chairman. So that's a big undertaking, sir. I've only to sit down first time, but whether that is really the case, Mr. Chairman, before me making that report come to Parliament. So we'll consider all the recommendations together, and I undertake to make sure that the officials, Ministry of Finance, respond to all the recommendations that are made, including that point that is made. Sir.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman of Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you. Me try to follow Minister, but I was saying, me no harm good no. Can you bend down on him? Then you to talk to microphone. I mean, me no meaning bend down, but move closer. Second line, me will a little bit worried. Second line, what would be your reaction to it? You are now the Minister of Finance. This report has now been tabled in Parliament. No evidence along that particular advance warrant has been signed. I mean, there is no evidence of that amount for that advance warrant. So, how now? I mean, just your reaction, Malcolm. Obviously, it will be captured in the audit report sometimes, in future. Suppose or no capture him, let him track bangam go now, make him go out. But interesting one number, this one, that one. You a little bit move close to the microphone number. Thank you.
Yes, by me around the circle, by me go anywhere. No, this one, sir. First is that I've given my word. We will respond to that, and you require, if there's an excess revenue, you will need to report now. Also, so that's quite an undertaking that by the ministry need for doing, sir. But this will PRC, that's in PRC assistance. That has been received. You may receive him now from Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman of Public Accounts Committee.
Chair, I think very shortly, by me request him now, hearing 180. But yes, it's being received from PRC, but evidence belongs to the AW. No, I mean, that's the main question I was asking him. Do you think you agree to that report or that recommendation or no? No. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Here we go again, Mr. Chairman. By me go around the circle. So the report has been submitted now. I'm as Minister of Finance, me looking now whether this supplementary appropriation bill and coming in very law council. So if it complies with the appropriate with the relevant regulations, the laws, Section 58, Section 60 of the Public Financial Management Act and the Constitution of this country, Parliament will not do anything wrong. If there are operational things, of course, that by need for respond to specific issues that are raised by the committee here, we are given the undertaking, Mr. Chairman, to do that, and we will report to the Public Accounts Committee, sir, that there is such the situation is such that it's described by the Public Accounts Committee to the government here, sir. So I'll say to the last time, I'm given my word, undertaking to respond to the report, and will submit a report to the Public Accounts Committee. Because I raised some very, very practical accounting issues, Mr. Chairman, and the link of those to the bill that is presented before Parliament, which the government, and now we are taking the stand that we don't break any law, we are doing the right thing. Mr. Chairman, this Parliament, and we vote Lord Head, put him go or the appropriate heads there. So we thank the Public Accounts Committee for bringing up forward to very, very important practical accounting issues that is now laid before the Parliament. Sir.
Thank you. And with that comment, let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $6,371,913 for head 05 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Yes and no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $6,371,913 for head 05 now stand part of the schedule. Next head 06, Ministry of Finance and Treasury. The question is that the sum of $16,130,000 for head 06 stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? Please refer to page 8 of the bill. Any comments on that head? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just out of my ignorance no more, this $12 million court judgment payout to Lilo Solomons, this one him for this one land you mean late for Bayamba or? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Yeah, we were receiving some, court orders for government must be paid now. We had some even before all these arrangements for him buying back Lilo's land, we were going to get portions of land, Lord Lilo's, Mr. Chairman, so some deals have been finished, and we government no meeting so we came report now. So we have to make good that first, Mr. Chairman, before we talk about all the bigger issues, Lord Leavers.
Thank you. Honorable Member for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this particular payment of 12 million, in respect of leavers, question below me now is whether the minister is aware of any other court orders, including below leavers and maybe others, where you may have yet to pay any outstanding court orders, and start where you may pay more. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Not to my knowledge now, but we can inquire, sir.
Thank you. Honorable MP for Mr. Raren, leader of the independent group.
Thank you, Chair. Just on the telecom implementation of the project on behalf of SIG, how much now? Which one? This one? SOE recapitalization, I'm assuming. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That is 3,755,031. Now, there, Mr. Chairman, there's a number of towers that were constructed. I think for the benefit of committee, but I'm just reading come over to so that you may that information available to for committee. One for Lo Fauro, Kariki, Lo Poporeng, Island Nila, Fauro Island, Lo Kariki, Alu Island, Kumaliai, then Western Alu Island between Arapa and Gaumai, then Lo Isabel Province, and Lo Bararafa Island, Lo Kia, then Lo Malaita, Lo Lord Hau, most likely at Kosapo Palau. That's where what towers by constructed, and yes, it's 3.7 million.
Thank you, Minister. Any other comments before I put the question? If not, let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $16,130 and $130 for head 06 and part of the schedule. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $16,130 for head 06 now stand part of the schedule. The next head is head 09, Ministry of Health and Medical Services. The question is that the sum of $19,320,462 for head 09 stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? If I put a question. Thank you, Honorable MP for SRR and leader of the independent group.
Thank you, Chair. Just for my own intrigue no more and curiosity, page 11, freight, 3,000. I mean, I think smallest amount inside the whole supplementary now. 3,000. Just wanted to know what kind of freight, not this one. 3,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. There's a provision on page 11 of the bill on head 227 22602 freight $3,000. That's a question on page 11 of the bill.
Thank you, Speaker. The freight, this was for the payment of freight of training material, workshop materials to the provinces to implement family planning related activities, but have not utilized, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Thank you, sir. Me interest no this one EUR wash, yeah. This one EUR wash, every time you read it, me cross no more. So nothing now look anything or doing, but I think this time new minister you come, I think what they do anything or what do anything? Question to me, and how much selling now or they? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, for any specific amount for Arawas, leader of opposition, me no idea, but let me find out for you. If him law the columns law supplementary bill, then me shall answer. Thank you.
Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yes, but me like say what now? What they do me? What they it? What waka?
Thank you, Leader of Opposition. I'll find it and I'll let you know. So two issues by me let them have. One is the rate, and then one is about the Arawas. So by me let them have. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments on that head?
Arawas. Yeah.
Not, I'm going to put the question. The question is that the sum of $19,320,462 for head 09 stand part of the bill. Of those, some part of the schedule. Of those in favor, say aye. Those against, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $19,320,462 for head 09 stands part of the schedule. Our next head is head 14, Office of the Prime Minister and Cabinet. The question is that the sum of $202,719,524 for head 14 stands part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head before I put the question? Thank you. One at a time.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman, and thank you, Small Malan. Small Malit. No, me like seven no more the split donations between PNG and Saudi Arabia. How much time you take from each? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me thank the Leader of Opposition and the MP for Aoke, Langalanga, about the important question. Yes, the breakdown is as follows. Saudi Arabia is $157,093,524. That's about 19 million US. For Papua New Guinea, it's about 20 million kina, which is equivalent to 45,626,000 Solomon dollars. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable MP for Small Malay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Legacy house, no me like important house, Mr. Chairman. So me like so. Of this $202 million, yeah. How much long have now in using a legacy house, yeah? Because you me making lot 2024 supplementary, 2024 appropriation as well, and this one you may spend them him too. So me like for 7 or how much now we may using for that house of this supplementation.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and let me thank the MP for Small Malay, the Chairman of the House Committee. I do understand this one, a favourite topic, legacy house. Yes, out of this amount, 50 million him go for a sports legacy house plus land. That's about 34 million, sorry. The renovation plus also solar aircons, about 13 million. The redirection of the Ben's Creek drain also included lawyer, about 3 million. And the work on the legacy house was sort of incomplete under the current allocations of 2023. That is why in the 2024 supplementary that we also passed, there were also allocations to complete the work, the renovations, legacy house. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, totally baseless, but what amount here sound excessive, man. For renovation 13 million, then another 2 3 million more top. For drainage 3 million, for diverted maybe. A little bit sound excessive, but anyway, NHA now doing all that something here. I think it's something that Treasury might be keen to keep an eye on through law internal audit that the contracting law with government works here. Yeah, Barawa excessive too much now. I mean, 13 million, Mr. Chairman, this time and for the last 3 years where steel prices drop here, you can build like a 4, maybe even 3-4 story building loheme. So it is very excessive. Comment no more.
Noted. Any supplement? Otherwise, let me put the question. Sorry. Honorable Chair of our Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you, Chairman. Now I saw you look at good. Say legacy. It seems big money too much na legacy house. But I'm right. Say you also spend him go na. I will have to use every opportunity just for Harem Numalo, Minister of Finance. What now to implement possibly Prime Minister. It will look law. Because we have to defend in PAC to PAC report. Recommendation 7, page 26. Please, me like me to no more for look law him no more. And if somehow, you know, in your briefing, one of officials, you got some kind of an impression of, you know, that kind of situation, law, in particular, law, use law, because you see the bulk of the 2023 budget here, or supplementary spending, and to develop place no more. Electoral Commission and Office of the Prime Minister, no more National Hosting Authority. So you look globally. So it is in the interest of taxpayers to know why now and how funds are being used for those purposes. So with your permission, Mr. Chairman, you can any comment from Minister of Finance or Prime Minister on the recommendation 7 here, normal page 26. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister.
Chairman, let me read him the recommendations there. The committee notes with concern that the administration of the NHA special funds by MOFT and the OPC is not in compliance with both the Constitution and relevant subsidiary legislation. That's quite a big claim, Mr. Chairman. The committee recommends that immediate steps be taken to ensure future administration of special funds must be compliant with the relevant legislations and associated regulations, Mr. Chairman. So to really appreciate the context in which this that recommendation is made, from reading the full report, yes, a report that lead to that recommendations, Mr. Chairman. We appreciate the concerns that is raised by the Public Accounts Committee. They are doing their work to make sure that we have value for money when government incurring expenditures on specific cost centers in Nelson. Also very valid concerns raised, Mr. the Chairman. So all I can say at this point in time, sir, and probably give my assurance again, that we take serious note of the alleged, what seems to be alleged here, which we really need to establish that, Mr. Chairman, that the committee have noted that the administration of the NHA special funds by MOFT is not in compliance. So that's quite a serious claim by the committee. But we take it seriously, Mr. Chairman. That we follow up if that's such a what really happened. But I understand that audits go ahead as well too this time, Mr. Chairman. So that we're interested to see the outcome of the audits that are conducted into the affairs of NHA, and this is correct. These are major costs, and this is one cost center that I'm very taking a very high government expenditures inside them through the assistance of course, from our development partners and government as well. So we give this undertaking and note of serious concern that are raised by the Public Accounts Committee, sir.
Thank you. Taken, Honourable Honourable MP for West RR.
Chairman, thank you, Chairman PAC, for giving space for me make a comment. The Legacy House, Mr. Chairman, renovation lamb has already been resisted. I mean, good amount of money for renovation. The floor, I heard that Hemi Legacy Hem block at the Federation's block, every sports playing, and by interest in how many local not by accommodated. No anyone by accommodated law demo, Mr. Chairman. Only federations no more because this one is special one in Legacy House. Second, if I support team law leader where put him okata name lokata infrastructure for Legacy House. I think some for recommendation on him and start blowing for put him because him special house. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Comment? Let me give a floor to the Prime Minister to respond.
Thank you, Chairman. Let me thank the MP for West Harare for those comments. We take note of the comments. The Legacy House for the sporting federations, that will be to accommodate about 26, as I've alluded to in my earlier response to the question that was raised earlier during this week. So it's meant for the sporting federations. So about 26 sporting federations will be accommodated in that Legacy House. As to the naming of it, that's something for the government to look at. I do take into account that the MP for Small Malaita is so keen on the Legacy House, so it could be a potential candidate for the Legacy House. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable MP for, let me give the floor to Honourable MP for East Alfred and I'll come to you. Thank you, Honourable.
Thank you, Chair. And just to echo the concerns in terms of the costs that we seem to be throwing to Legacy House, I think the next budget, if we see it in there again, it'll be a legendary house in terms of so much focus on this house. But I think if I hear correctly, 13 million for air conditioning, if I heard correctly. I think it's one of the coldest houses. You will see. It's going to be very cold in that house. But 13 million for air conditioning is really, if I heard correctly, is really something. I just wanted to ask a question, no more follow-up, no more law, Finance Minister, very general one, but I think it's pertinent to our discussions here in terms of special funds. How many other special funds are there? We have this one. I think there's a tobacco one. How many special funds under Section 100 of the Constitution is set up? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I don't have information right now with me. The number of special funds that we establish under section under the Constitution, Mr. Chairman, but we can have that information available.
Special. Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Chair of PAC.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just lodge Legacy House here again, no more. Would it not be possible for the Prime Minister for listing number or what contractors here? And what now, or what doing Legacy House here, drain, and then put him in a pigeonhole so that it becomes a public document. Possibly including how much it costs for us to buy that house too. Previously, make him, because Legacy House, yeah, man, I mean, if we don't fall into that path where East RR and Talim, that it become a legendary house, then, no, but it seems, we are spending a lot of resources on this Legacy House. That's on that. The second one, no more, and then I will stop for asking any question on Legacy House, no more, is that, well, I think I will stop on that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chairman. Let me thank the hardworking Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and the distinguished member for Central Honiara for that request. We'll do that. We can provide the breakdown of the contractors who have been involved in the Legacy House. So we'll do that. In terms of the earlier question, a comment raised by the MP for East Harare, the leader of the independent group, that 13 million is not only for aircon, but there are also other renovation-related costs. Again, when we provide the breakdown, we'll also give you some detail as to what exactly the contractors and that. But let me say this, Mr. Chairman. The earlier comment by the Chairman of the PAC that this bill is focused basically on the Pacific Games and the elections. That is so, because these were the priorities, as the Minister said, for last year, to deliver the games successfully. So with the support of our partners, in this case Saudi Arabia and Papua New Guinea, plus others, we were able to do that. And let me on this note thank them, our development partners, in joining with the Minister of Finance, for their support in ensuring that we hosted the most successful and the largest ever Pacific Games. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, of course, we are providing these figures, but the audit report, as you know, is still coming, and that will be another opportunity for us, Parliament, to also look at the figures, the numbers, when the audit reports are complete and are presented to Parliament. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. And with that, let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $202,719,524 for head 14 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $202,719,524 for head 14 now stand part of the schedule. Our next head is head 28, Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification. The question is that the sum of $2,807,411 for head 28 stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head before I put the question? Thank you, Honourable Chairman of Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as you know, this funding here, basically for setting up no more office below Tina Hydro project office here. It would appear that implementation project here has been pushed back a bit, delayed. Possible reason would be funding may have to be resorted out again. Can the Minister, Minister Nomalaya, confirm whether or not we are on schedule and the cost will remain the same, or are we expecting additional funding more on this project? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman. Honourable Minister for Planning and Aid Coordination will respond to that question.
Thank you, Chairman, and I also thank the Chair of PAC to raise the important observation on our project, especially the Tina Hydro. But before that, Chair, there's an energy summit coming up tomorrow, and I thank you for your, especially for move from now our Parliament standing order workshop yet because of the summit tomorrow, and it's something that I also want to appreciate you for that. In terms of delay of Tina Hydro project, having through already submission in Kamlo Cabinet, especially for an additional financing of 75 million, and also the timing by him look likely by him delay. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader, Opposition.
Thank you, sir. This one is a very important project. There's no debate there. But what is clear is that this project is having budget creep. It's going to be very excessive for, a dry month 3 megawatt, a top rainy month 15 megawatt hydro project. It is now more than 2.5 times the going average. Look at the size of the project here. It's excessive. And I think this reflects on our own negotiations too here. Ogat mane twist mi good or wini mi good you agree law, what is essentially a excessively priced contract. But I am concerned that budget creep here, you may end up paying more on an already excessive contract. It's matter for perhaps finance now for keep a very close eye on him and put your foot down. What money someone nego too much you mean if it model nego, but we do need to put our foot down to make sure it doesn't keep the costs quite for escalate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We will share the concerns, observations and concerns raised by the Leader of Opposition. If we get the benefit of hindsight, long time ago, this project really should stop long time ago. We should not proceed, sir. I mean, the observation was correct, very expensive, only 15 megawatt. Gold Ridge, by putting my one the less cost about $47 million, which will be 12 megawatt. And by finishing no more, looks about finishing no more next year or something else, about finishing. That's, if you can compare the work that this one has been going on for ages, Mr. Chairman, and forced on us by our development partners, believe me. ADB and Oxaxene, pushing me for taking additional finances. And also, so even to this stage, but still asking me for please get this project going, Mr. Chairman. So yes, the cabinet was approached before our cabinet deferring that we'll be able to have for making more workload that was $75 million, and we insist on the Minister of Finance that this must, if MF to proceed, then it has either grant also or very concessionally low. So that's the only condition that but work in progress big to Masna after new contractor engaging Mogada, Mr. Chairman. First time K Water go with, I could not see this project through. And now I would encourage all of us, maybe all the time, even go by bus, even go look in the amount of work that has gone into these things. So probably it's reached a stage where probably it's no point, every 10. It will be a complete waste of resources. Suppose you just abandoning this whole project. It must go all the way now in completing. And we fully appreciate that cost will be 2 or 3 times the cost of any kind dam or same that is built anywhere in the world, and very close to us is just Fiji next door to him, more. Something is produced more megawatt hour than what is envisaged under Tenerife Hydro. The point no more is that it's gone beyond the point that he must go all the way and completing. We also have other investors that will come in for him, and Gold Ridge is one. As soon as I would finish Gold Ridge operation and finish the thing by agreement with him Somnala's government, it's 12 megawatt more for coming to the grid blow power campus. So there's a lot of progress going on at that level, but to comment directly on law concerns that are raised by leader oppositions and through Mr. Chairman. So by me, that's the position the government taken now. It by so-called officials still work on it, Mr. Chairman, before we come back to cabinet on the financing models on the $75 million that was also requested. So thank you.
Thank you. The Honourable Chair, PAC.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I deliberately asked that question just for, in a way, really pressing out now, some of these issues from members of Parliament. And I totally agree with, the sentiments that have been shared by both the leader and the Minister of Finance. But we have reached a stage where, we may have to move forward now. Let's go forward with it. This would be the first, basically it's a mini hydronoma that we will have. A good indicator for us, towards fighting the climate crisis that, we are facing and all of that. So there were some rumors, and there's no need to talk about the rumors and the disappointment and all of that. But moving forward, what would be the best financing mix that you think that, we should have on that? When you say 75 million, is it 75 million Solomon dollar or USD? 75 million USD, is it? Yes. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you all hydro, squeezing next below you in the wood here. But what would be the best mix for that? Is it on a brand concessional financing? 60-30, 70-30? Because, we have to get this project, to completion now. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, exactly what the ministry is doing with the planning is, of course, we insist what the model is, by time we would like, and we said it either be full grant, which by him hard, him also, or very, very concessionary loans, him also, or a mixture of two Mr. Chairman. So the ERU and our officials are working on that model before I come back to cabinet for we approve it by how and by look like, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I think the comments where you may run Tatalemea for expressing this sad situation where you may inside. Me not think there's anyone to be blamed. You may know everyone know what can good no more. This one for us, this one, and it's sad because we are at this point of no return. You may have to complete him. You may must close him by now. Selen by you may spend them no more in order to be completed. And in terms of funding, even at the early stages of this project, it was very clear funding has to be significantly granted in order to make this happen. So him said something, meeting also output law this facility, but him no by supply 100% law demand law Honiara itself. That time they were working on Gold Ridge as well. So it's a very sad situation, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Blonghem. I was going to ask time substantive minister by him come back by me ask him for him doing two or something. One, he make take him come one for a good report now longo Yumi for look him, and then the second thing now Minister of Finance may suggest me Yumi him pay bass for Yumi everyone go up go look him. To something by me ask him lo time him come back. Him go now me no ask him. So but question below me small one no more, Mr. Chairman. What exactly 2.8 million here for you support him this whole project lo him. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister for Planning and Aid Coordination.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Member for Small Malaita for important observation, and also Chair of Public Accounts Committee in terms of the position that government law have this time, and a bit hard for go back more additional project. We have to move on. I think the one of the main reasons that sort of delay the project now, the COVID situation that you may go through, and also some environmental requirements that as part of this project that need to be met before Wakaham starts. So to the main reason that delay the project, and also the additional cost. So in terms of respond to question raised, I'm going now. Answer anyway, so in terms of activities that this funds that supported by DVAT for this project, mainly component for logistical project, and that project office that's include our administration law project office in relation to the project like rental, everything. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And with those comments, sorry, Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, meeting him, you will reject him $75 million. Then frustrate him contract here. Goldrich come online no more next year. Over there 2029 and look for new contractor. Because you may move forward with him, but not with this contractor. Just too much now. Then 30 years, we're stuck with a power purchase agreement that was badly negotiated. We dropped 40% in costs, but we're still the highest in the region after dropping 40%. It's just a bad deal. And now they're giving us an excuse to frustrate the contract. Ting blow me no mind. Thank you.
Thank you. If there are no further comments on that, the Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, we know that we are equally frustrated. But maybe the suggestion that Jimmy Aron go looking worker. In fact, they love to take us up. Anyone want to go, we arrange transport so that everyone go up and look in the work that is going on since the new contract they take over the workers. They should have engaged with the contract the first time meeting. Mr. Chairman, wrong contractor come, we're going to say what to do first time. Okay, waters, Mr. Chairman. So maybe I could say we will take that. They would love to take us up, Mr. Chairman. So everyone, inshallah, we can look in big work at the progress that is going on there. So maybe because of them changing mind, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable MP for West Harare.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman PAC. Me even foko up, me less foko up here. Cross blow me, I'm supposed to me like him finish now because by me that I for finish him. Forgot must finish him. So quickly or finish him. My question, Chairman, is the communities around there or resource owners, they are part of this and they are like the component. They are not. Are they not frustrated? Or the church block and over the things where entitled to him under the project, hemi on church in terms of delivery to them. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Minister for Planning and Aid Coordination.
Thank you, Chairman. I think as you probably are aware that from the previous years that some of the issues that come up from our surrounding community, that's also part of how goes some of, especially to do with road access or relocation. So there are related issues that also raised by the land owning, but and then addressed. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Chair of PAC.
Thank you. Me come back number what Minister of Finance me telling me about the first contractor that we engaged. Say, sistem nam je sabe ke wataya na hem bar was me ke water. Yeah. I don't know whether it's K water we should blame or negotiating team blame. Could be our negotiating team. So if it is the negotiating team, you move water out no this time no. Minister, manlum behind out him over. And you ban him to develop K water, no come back. Keep him not develop man with him this time. So can Minister him tell him come develop new contractor. And whether or not K water now totally has been removed. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Chair. I think probably I should get correct information to inform the House because my understanding that K water, but then contracting another company. So, but need to get the correct information on that. But point noted, Chair, in terms of, and that's what before Cabinet in terms of the submission now, because to really look at how by IMI addressing also is issue relate to the whole project, and of course the financing and the delay. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Last comment, Honorable
Yeah,
Chair.
sure.
Yeah, last comment.
I did promise last comment, but then that very small information, Minister in Talemko. Is it true that K-Water is now subcontracting to this new contractor? Or have we totally removed K-Water and have engaged a new contractor? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Yes, there's a Sino, I forgot the full name, but now the current contractor, Lode, the subcontracting local. So I'm also was still current contract and subcontracting local. The issue between them and Lotuva also. The government, of course, whatever we do there, we will go and sell a cost or whatever, because the objective of that is to reduce the cost of tariff in this country. And if all these arrangements or what the agreement led to the even achieving objective agreement, then we're completely wasting our time. This is one of the reasons why COSAP, at some point in time, disengaging that talks for let it go, not that one. But we were advised by our multilateral partners, believe we were directly involved with the project for encouraging people to continue. They encourage us to get them additional funds for funding. I'm also discussing today, have now this one additional $75 million more. So as we discuss and finish, it will either must be very concession loan or a mix of loan and grant. But the point, I think that sort of this run around the circle for some questions. They are subcontractors now, the group here, and now doing major work and all of that. Out of work day and night. Not a group here, work because it's 4 o'clock stop now. 16 are really doing, or they're really committed to complete this project on time. So.
Thank you. Honorable Leader of Opposition.
Sorry, no, you go around, but in the initial negotiations here, Oketa say, if government got them shares in it or a little bit shares for Lanona, by tariff go up also. What a load of crap. They took us for fools. And now budget creepy, another 75 million on top more. I'm just really exposing how they've made a fool of us, because those shares would not have gone to the level of funding that's now gone directly one way no more. But anyway, this is simply what that's what I say, frustrating. Leave him go to one and come on the street. Yeah.
Thank you. With those comments, I'm going to put a question. The question is that the sum of $807,411 for head 28 start part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $2,807,411 for head 28 now stand part of the schedule. Total recurrent advance warrants. It is proposed that a total recurrent advance warrant of $357,076,204 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this total? If not, I'm going to put the question. The question is that the total recurrent advance warrants of $357,076,204 stands part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The total recurrent advance warrants of $357,076,204 therefore stand part of the schedule. Honourable members, that concludes our deliberations on the head of the schedule. We will now put a question on the schedule. The question is that the schedule stands part of the bill. All those in favor say aye. All those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The schedule, therefore, stands part of this bill. That concludes our deliberations on the schedule of the bill. We will now proceed with close of the bill on page 1. Refer to the bill. On page 1, does any member wish to comment on this clause before I put the question? None. We'll therefore put the question. The question is that clause 1 stands part of the bill. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clause 1 therefore stands part of the bill. Clause 2. Any member wish to comment on this clause before I put the question? If not, I'm going to put the question. The question is that clause 2 stands part of the bill. All those in favor, please say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clause 2 therefore stands part of the bill. Clause 3. Does any member wish to comment on this clause before I put the question? I see none. I will therefore put the question, and the question is that clause 3 stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clause 3 therefore stands part of the bill. Honourable members, that concludes our deliberations on this particular bill. This Committee of Supply therefore stands dissolved, and the Minister in charge will report to the House when Parliament resumes. Thank you. Parliament is resumed. Minister of Finance and Treasury.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to report that the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 has passed through the Committee of Supply without amendments.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Minister reports due consideration of the bill by the Committee of Supply without amendments. The 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 is now deemed to be set down for third reading.
The 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Thank you. And I call on the Honourable Minister of Finance and Treasury to move the third reading motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 be now read a third time and do pass.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable members, I will put the question. The question is that the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 be now read a third time and do pass. All those in favour say aye. All those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is passed.
The 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Thank you, honourable members. Because the Solomon Islands is currently a member of the Pacific Islands Group Parliamentary Group, we will be subject to a 4-member committee, including Solomon Islands, Tahiti, Fiji, Palau. Will be meeting through Zoom at 1 o'clock. Therefore, I will suspend the Parliament proceeding. Will resume at 1:30 p.m. Thank you. Parliament is suspended.